Okay guys, good day. So now we are going to solve some sample problems relative to complex numbers. So let's have this number 1. So simplify the following. Number 1, I raised to 356 plus I raised to 4073. So first of all, you have to take note of this. Excuse. So we have the value of I, which is equal to square root of negative 1. The value of I squared, which is equal to negative 1. I raised to 3, which is equal to I squared. Negative 1 multiplied by I is negative I. And I raised to 4 is equal to negative 1 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 1. Okay, for us to easily solve problem number 1 and 2, so we have to identify if the exponent is divisible by 4. Then, if it's divisible by 4, the value of that is equal to 1. Okay? So, first, so number 1, so simplify muna natin or we get the value of I raised to 356. So, para malaman kung siya divisible by 4, you just have to divide it by 4. Okay? Kung wala siyang remainder, then the value of that is 1. So 356 divided by 4 is whole number. So the value of this is 1. Next is the value of I raised to 4073. Okay, so again, identify if it's divisible by 4. 4073 divided by 4 is 1018.25. So there is a remainder. So 0.25. Okay? So kapag 0.25 times 4, ang remainder natin ay 1. Okay? So pag remainder ay 1, ano yung ating magiging value? Okay? Or the other way around to solve is you get the uh, nearest value that is divisible by 4. Nearest dito sa 4073. Okay? So, 4073, again, divide by 4 is 1018. So, yung 1018 nyo, i-multiply nyo ng 4, that is equal to 4072. And again, meron tayong remainder na 1. Ano? Or I. Okay? So, then the value of this one is I. Since this is already 1. Okay? So, therefore, ang answer natin sa number 1 will be 1 plus I. Okay? So, let's proceed to number 2. So, I raised to 12,501 plus I raised to 5,279 minus I raised to 412. So, first we get the value of I raised to 12,501. So, again, check if it's divisible by 4. 12,501 divide by 4. So, that is, meron tayong remainder. May point, point 25. So, therefore, so again, get the nearest value dun sa 12,501. So, that is I raised to 12,500. So, again, may remainder tayo na 1. So, again, this is equal to I, since this is 1. Next is I raised to 5,279. Yan. So, I 5,279 divided by 4 is 1319. So, may remainder tayong 0.75. So, kapag may remainder tayong 0.75 times 4, that is 3. So, 3 yung remainder natin. So, I raised to 3. Or, kung gustong the other way around again to solve, so get the nearest value to this one. So, I raised to 5,276. So, yun yung divisible by 4. Okay? Yan. And again, may remainder tayong 3. So, 5,276 multiplied by I raised to 3 is still equal to this one. So, since this is equal to 1, so ang ating value is, yung I raised to 3? So, ito, so that is negative I. And last one, so ang ating last one is 412. I raised to 412, identify kung ang 412 ay divisible by 4. Since it's divisible by 4, so then the value of that is 1. So therefore, ang ating value ng number 2 will be, so combine na natin. So I minus I minus 1 since rin minus yun na dito sa given. Okay, so therefore ito ay cancel na. So ang ating value ay negative 1. Okay, so next let's proceed to number 3. Okay, sabi sa number 3, isusulat lang daw po natin sa other different forms yung ating rectangular na 3 plus 7i. Okay, so again, paano natin to kinukuha yung polar form muna niya? So again, you should identify syempre yung value muna ng r and value ng ating theta. And again, ano yung formula natin pagkuha ng r? So that is using the Pythagorean theorem. So we have a squared natin, so 3 squared, and plus the b squared na 7, so 7 squared. So ang ating value ay, so calculate, that is equal to 7.62. And for the theta or angle, so inverse tangent or arctan of 7 over 3 or b over a. That is equal to 66.81 degrees. So therefore, ang atin pong polar form ng 3 plus 7i will be 7.62 angle 66.81. At ang ating trigonometric will be, so 7.62 cosine 66.81 plus I sine 66.81 or 7.62 CIS 66.81. And for the exponential, so ganun lang din since may value na tayo ng R and ng theta, so we have 7.62 e raised to I 66.81. Okay? Yan. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those are the different forms of 3 plus 7i. So, let's proceed to number 4. So, if A is equal to 30, e raised to I 150, and B is equal to 25, angle negative 80, and Z is equal to 18 plus 0i, we have to get the value of A plus B plus C. Okay? So, of course, the first thing that we should do is uh, to convert these forms into same forms. So, since magkakaiba siya ng form, like yung number, yung letter A natin is naka-exponential, yung B is naka-polar, and yung C ay naka-rectangular. So, i-convert lang natin siya sa pare-parehong forms. So, the easiest way is for the rectangular. So, paano natin siya i-convert? So, yun munang letter A. So, yung A natin is 30 e raised to I 150. So, para ma-convert siya into rectangular form, dadaan muna tayo ng trigonometric form. So, yung ating 30 cosine 150 plus I sine 150 para makuha natin yung ating rectangular form. So, kuhanin yung ating cosine 150. So, calculate lang tayo. Cosine 150 is equal to negative 0.87 plus yung ating sine 150 is equal to 0.5 I. So, multiply lang dun sa 30, 30 multiplied by negative 0.87, that is equal to negative 26.1, and plus yung ating 30 multiplied by 0.5 is 15i. So, therefore, ito yung ating final, ito yung rectangular form, sorry, nung ating 30 e raised to I 150. Okay, so ito na yung ating A. So next, yung ating B naman, so we have 25 angle negative 80. So ganun lang din siya. Okay, so ganun lang din siya. So, ano yung gagawin natin? Convert muna into trigonometric. So, 25 cosine negative 80 plus I sine negative 80. So, kuhanan yung value ng cosine negative 80, which is equal to 0.17 plus yung ating sine negative 80, that is equal to negative 0.98 I. So, 25 multiplied by 0.17, that is equal to 4.25. Then, yung ating 25 multiplied by the negative 0.98, that is equal to negative 24.5 I. So, ito naman yung ating rectangular form yung sa letter B. Since yung C naman natin naka-rectangular na, so we can now simplify yung ating A plus B plus C. Okay? So, kuhanin natin, okay? 36.1 plus 15i.
Mommy, morning.